Good morning and welcome to Ark and Dove Presbyterian Church in Odenton, Maryland. I'm Brian Boudreau, the clerk of session here at Ark and Dove, and your host in the lobby, the weekly program of the life and ministry of the church. This week is the fourth Sunday in Advent, and we are getting ready for Christmas. So there's a lot that we need to do to prepare for the arrival of Jesus in less than a week. This week, we have lots going on. And later I will be talking to the Howe family about their Advent traditions. But let's dive into the announcements. So today, the 19th, is the Christmas pageant, and it's been a long time coming. And I, for one, am really excited to see what the children have in store for us. And this is just a reminder that we have the 9 o'clock service every Sunday and the 10:30 service every Sunday. And the 10:30 service is live streamed on our YouTube channel and Facebook group. Sunday school also continues with Godly Play, and that takes place only during the 10:30 service. Now, let's talk about Christmas Eve, since that's right around the corner. There are 3 ways that you can participate in Christmas Eve services. First, we have our 5 p.m. outdoor family service. We recommend you bundle up and bring the little ones for Christmas Eve under the stars. So bring a chair or a blanket, and don't forget to bring a flashlight and be ready for some wonderful stories and carols. If there is rain, we will move inside. We also have the 7 o'clock service with the band and choir that will be indoor, and this one will be live streamed on our Facebook and YouTube channel. I'm looking forward to seeing all the flowers up there. It's going to be special. It's really going to be special. Everybody, cool. I can just feel the energy. Saturday morning here in the church, as everybody was preparing for the pageant and for Christmas Eve, just the energy here. Everybody is so excited to be able to come together and to enjoy this next week, the fourth Sunday in Advent, and then Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. It just, yeah. We are asking everybody to sign up for both of these services if you're going to attend in person. The reason is if there is inclement weather and we have to move inside, we need to have a list of who is with us. We also have a limited amount of space, and so we are asking you to RSVP ahead of time. As always, anything that happens inside, we are going to be requiring masks. And because it is the Christmas service, it will be tighter than most services. So please be conscious of that and aware of that. We will do everything we can to provide a maximum fresh air and ventilation in place. Now, don't forget, Logos will begin again on January 11th. And this is just a reminder that Logos is every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. It's for kids pre-K through 5th grade. And Julie Devers and Jen Roman can get you signed up for that. Our Logos children have been spending the last 2 weeks of the program decorating ornaments with your name on it. And we mean everybody's name. I've looked on the tree. We see the Lapp family, the Baker family, the Kirby family. We've got the Wilkins family, the Obara family. It's like a little scavenger hunt to find your family. The Christmas tree is right here in the lobby. There's an ornament for families, and you can pick that up anytime. And if you aren't able to come into the church, please contact the Logos team, and they will arrange to have your Christmas ornament delivered. The youth group for middle school and high school will meet tonight. Tonight is their Christmas party. 6th through 8th graders from 4 to 5 p.m. and 9th through 12th graders from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Holiday sharing is well underway. All 70 children the social services department gave us have been selected, and some of our team captains and donors have already delivered their gifts. In fact, one recipient family had a thank you card ready for the team captain. She shared that she has never been in such difficult times, and Ark and Dove's gifts really have lifted up their family for Christmas. So please be in touch with your team captain to make sure that your gifts do get delivered. And thank you to all those generous donors out there. The flower team and worship ministry is still accepting donations for flowers and greens for Christmas Eve. They will be displaying the poinsettias for the Christmas Eve service, and then the following Sunday. The suggested donation is $10 to $12, and the poinsettias will be available for you to take home on January 2nd if you're so moved. You can donate electronically or by texting the amount of the donation followed by flowers. So you just have to text that to 410-983-3481, or you can visit online and give a donation, or and email Paula Griggs. If you have any questions, Paula Griggs is the person to contact. Now, members of the LGBTQIA plus community are welcome to join a Zoom on Monday, December 20th at 8:15 p.m. If you're interested, and to get the RSVP and Zoom link, you can contact Amanda Kroos. The next virtual gathering of the crafting group will be Monday, December 20th at 7 p.m. These are a group of handcrafters of all skill levels, and they meet on the third Monday of each month at 7 p.m. And that's led by Amy Tardif. Any questions, please reach out to her. Sunday Fellowship is back. It's great to have our Sunday Fellowship coffee and snack table back after the in-person services. They set it up on the sidewalk outside, so it's a wonderful time to have fellowship safely. If you are looking for a way to help or be more involved at church in 2022, please consider volunteering to either set up or clean up after fellowship each Sunday. Going into 2022, if you have one of those New Year's resolutions like I do to read more, have I got an opportunity for you? We have 3 book groups meeting in the beginning of 2022. The first is on Monday, January 3rd at 7:30 p.m. for a discussion of Austin Hartke's book, Transforming the Bible and the Lives of Transgender Christians. So there are 4 copies available for lending, or if you can get one from the library or buy one, you can. If you have any questions, please contact Amy Tardif, who will be leading that group. The Ark and Dove Book Club selection for January is called Out: Why I Traded 2 Dream Jobs for a Life of True Calling by Paula Ferris. Amanda Kroos will be facilitating this book discussion group on January 14th at 7:30 p.m. If you would like to sign up, we're asking you to contact Kim Champagne for more information and to get that month's Zoom code. And now we also have an Epiphany book study. It's called Nice Racism. Nice Racism, well, what is that? It sounds like an odd title for a book, but it is a look at sort of how well-intentioned progressives may be unwittingly perpetuating racism in our country. So Paula Sparks and Pastor Tim will be leading that book group. Nice Racism was written by Robin DiAngelo, and it's Tuesday evenings for 6 weeks, starting on January 11th at 7 p.m. during the season of Epiphany. Now, even though Ark and Dove is unable to host winter relief this year, St. Christopher's Church in Linthicum is looking for help with winter relief. They volunteered to host for a second week and are hosting next week from December 20th through 27th. So this is the week of Christmas, and they need volunteers. So if you're interested in helping out, and since we can't do it here at Ark and Dove, you just have to go through the archive to find the sign-up link, and you can help out there. Now we have an update from the stewardship team. They expressed their gratitude for all the households in the church who are sending in their pledges. And now we have 74 people and families who have pledged so far. The stewardship team really appreciates your faithfulness in this. Now, over the last few weeks, I've been talking to families of Ark and Dove about Advent traditions as a way of remembering our past experiences and teaching the future generations and sharing the wonder and joy of the season leading up to the birth of Christ. And today I have with me the Howe family. So I'm really happy to talk to the Howes. Welcome.
Good to be here, Brian. Thank you.
So over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about Advent traditions and the sort of the build up to Christmas. And I wanted to talk to the Howe family because, you've got children of varying ages. And so you probably do a lot of different things for Christmas and during this Advent season. So, what is it that you look forward to most during the season?
Yeah, Nikki and I made a decision years ago, being out of towners from our family, we made a decision that Santa Claus is always going to come to our house. So the first thing we always hold true to is we always celebrate Christmas morning in our home. That's the one thing that we do. And some years my parents will come down to visit, some years they won't, and we'll go up afterwards, but that's the one staple. And then from there, it sort of really varies every year. I mean, Nikki is really good about holding down traditions with us, and we do things like every year we'll do gingerbread houses with the kids. One year we did a gingerbread mural in our living room. We set the whole wall up with the gingerbread picture and everything with all these decorations. We every other year we could cut down a real tree and then put an artificial tree up on the off years. We've done different trips, like we've gone to New York City to see the Rockettes a few times. We've been to, we make a habit of going down to the National Harbor to go to the Gaylord to walk around and take in the festivities. We've gone to the ice display. Really almost any activity that the Delmarva peninsula or area offers, we're a part of it. We're jumping in head first.
Can you tell me more about that gingerbread wall?
What I did as a teacher, I went to work and I strategically acquired some craft paper, if you will, off that big roll of colored paper that all the art teachers have. And I got a big sheet of, I think it was blue paper, and we hung it up on the wall. And it was maybe 6 feet long, if you will. And we just had the kids decorate it. And I call it gingerbread mural, but it was basically just gingerbread houses, mostly paper. I think there may have been some gumdrops and things glued on there, but it was pretty cool. And it was just a really nice thing to have hanging up in the house when the kids were very, very little. So
you mentioned you're an outer towner, like a lot of us come from out of town, but you've actually created quite a community, and I think here, and there's some traditions that you do in the community with your neighbors and such. What are those? On
Christmas Eve, we'll try to have some of our closer friends. We'll come over and we'll just do like a little festive. Just some light refreshments and some foods or whatever, like either before church or after church, depending on our schedules. And then we also every year will make like a craft or some kind of like a treat or something that we'll deliver to all of our neighbors, and we'll make practice of getting in the wagon, the red rider wagon, and we'll drive around the neighborhood and drop everything off, and that's always a lot of fun too.
What do you do then for Christmas Eve? What does your Christmas Eve look like?
So our Christmas Eve is we'll go to church, and before Nikki and I had kids, we would go to the later service, and I would go to the earlier service to be able to get home and be able to have dinner and deal with Christmas Eve logistics. Every year I'll sit down with the kids, and we have a night before Christmas book that I read to them every year. I'll sit down and need my reading glasses the last couple of years to be able to do that. So we'll sit down, and then the kids actually sign it. So they've been signing it since Savannah, who's going to be 18 in April, since she was about 2 years old. So for about 15 or 16 years now, if I recall correctly, they'll sign it, which is kind of cool. So we'll be able to see their writing progression every year.
Do you do anything special on Christmas Day?
Some years my parents will be here and some years not, but we just wake up, we do a slow burn with the opening gifts and sort of just celebrating one another. And then some years we have actually picked up, and because we don't sit too much, we like to go do things on Christmas Day sometimes. So we have gone as far as going down to see the National Christmas Tree on Christmas Day, which is kind of cool because there aren't many people there. And then we actually went down to Mount Vernon one year, which was neat. So we went down and visited Mount Vernon and hung out and had lunch and stuff. And we've gone to a show, just a lot of different things. So we try to spice it up every year.
Wait, so you're telling me that Mount Vernon is open on Christmas Day?
It was open when we went, yes.
So for folks out there, there are things to do on Christmas Day. Not everything is shut down. So if you're getting a little antsy, or if you've had enough family time,
or enough caffeine and sugar, by 2 o'clock, we're kind of tapped out. We'd like to go get some real food,
Are there any special foods in your family? Anything that you've brought from, like, I don't know, that your parents have made, your grandparents made, that you bring into your Christmas traditions?
My mother has always been very big into baking, and she would make something called petitza, which is basically like a nut roll. And she would make that and bring that every year down. And she also makes something called Amish bread, which is a very, very yummy. I don't even know what's in it, to be honest with you, but it's wonderful. And I just know that when we cut it and eat it, I think of my mom, So Nikki has sort of brought that on. Really cool thing, a couple years ago, my mother actually took the time to handwrite all of her recipes, baking, cooking, and everything, handwritten recipes, and handed them off to Savannah. So Savannah, my daughter, now has a book about this big with all those recipes in there. And that's something we hold close to us. So those traditions will live on.
This last year has been challenging. Last Christmas was a very challenging Christmas. So what are you looking forward to most then about this? And what are you doing? Do you have any new traditions for this year, or new things that you're doing, or what are you looking forward to?
So what we'll do this year is just stay home again on Christmas morning, and we will venture up to Philadelphia, which is where my sister and her husband and children live. And my mother and father now have moved from Pittsburgh over to Philadelphia. So we'll go up and see them a few days after Christmas. But other than that, we're just going to do a lot of laying low and just kind of relaxing and detoxing a bit, if you will, from this past year, which has been trying for all of us, and just sort of licking our wounds and just enjoying one another and looking forward to a brighter 2022.
All right, I got a couple questions for you then, because you've got the hot cocoa sign behind you. So hot cocoa or cider?
Oh, hot cocoa all the way, every day.
Colored lights or white lights on the tree?
We have white lights up right now, so I'm going to go with white lights.
Favorite Christmas cookie?
Okay, so they're little ones. Everybody calls them something different, but it's a little dough with cream on both sides, and we in Pittsburgh call them lady locks, and of course chocolate chip cookies with coffee. I mean, other than that, I mean, I could take a day off work for chocolate chip cookies, so
Christmas dinner.
it's something different every year. Well, we usually do something in a crock pot because we want it to just be able to simmer all day, and then whenever we're ready to open it up and go, we'll do a roast. We'll do one year Nikki did a ham. We'll do a lot of different things.
All right, so you're not locked into like we have ham or we have turkey. You will try different things.
It's funny because as robotic as we are with some of our traditions, there are some of the other ones that we sort of allow to be variables every year, and it depends on where we are, how we're feeling, and everything like that. But the standard is that we're always at our house and we're always together, which is important.
All right. And New Year's is right around the corner. Do you have a New Year's resolution picked out already?
I do, but I can't tell you. I really genuinely, my daughter's getting ready to go to college this year, and I just want good health for her, for all my family, for all my friends and everything. And I think if anything we've learned from this pandemic is that we cannot take our good health for granted if we ever did. And I'm just genuinely very blessed that we have been fine. And I just wish that for everybody. And I mean that. So.
Well, Scott, thank you so much for joining me today and giving us a peek into the Howe family traditions. And it's wonderful. You guys have we look forward to seeing you on Christmas and to your daughter at the pageant. So that, yes. I know that's today. So we're really excited to have her in the pageant. So thanks again for joining me.
And I appreciate the opportunity to share my family. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks. And to everyone out there, thank you for joining me this week. More details about everything we talked about can be found in the archive, or you can just go straight to the webpage and it's all there. Lots of things to sign up for, lots of things to participate in. If I don't see you before then, please have a very Merry Christmas, and may the joy and light of the season fill your heart. Stay safe, get your booster, please get your booster, and have a great week. The live stream service will begin in a moment.